Not so long ago, edible insects were the talk of the town as a sustainable new form of protein. But has some of the excitement worn off? Or are edible grasshoppers and crickets here to stay?
From our experience, first, not many investors in this arena yet. It's still a niche market for investors, and there's a lot of excitement behind it, but it's really hard for them to make a decision.
Right.
Most investors are used to what you can see in the European and American markets, and that's crickets and products based on crickets, and they know all the problems with crickets. And they're really surprised to know that there is another insect that provides better answers, from better taste and flavor to better nutritional content and even being kosher. So the surprise is something that still surprised me.
The humble grasshopper.
Exactly. And it's that they're really excited about it, and then they learn that beyond the American and European markets, there are huge markets in Asia and Africa and Central America for the grasshoppers. However, from their experience, they are still somewhat considering if this is a good fit for them.
Is that because there is still just this inherent kind of concern about the ick factor, or what is the barrier?
Absolutely, it's about the ick factor. It's about the perception in the developed world markets if it will one day become a large industry. And because of that, we see a lot of potential in collaboration with leading food producers. We are building joint ventures and pilots with them because at the end we need someone large that we will be able to educate the market. The applications are endless.
Yes.
This is protein. This is basic protein. You just take the whole animal, mill it into powder, and you have a 70% protein powder. So you can do almost whatever you want with it. The advantage of the grasshoppers is they're very mild, almost neutral taste and flavor. So you can actually embed them into any product. What you just experienced is a yogurt mixed with grasshopper protein with no processing. And we freeze dried it. So you got a cookie with a flavor of strawberry from the yogurt and nothing from the grasshoppers. Beside that, we see a lot of potential in meat replacement products. We see a lot of potential in sports protein powders and all kinds of snacks. But with the grasshopper protein, we see much more potential all the way towards nutritional supplements and medical foods. We started researching the health benefits related to a diet based on grasshopper protein. We already know that grasshopper protein supports growth of children at least as good as casein, milk.
So it's a complete protein versus some of these plant proteins that are on display.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not only that it is a complete protein, all essential amino acids, it has even a better amino acids composition. It also has very high omega-3 content, omega-6 content, iron, zinc, folic acid, perfect for pregnant women. Very low saturated fat and cholesterol, and much better digested by the body.
So tell me about your business model. Are you farming the grasshoppers, processing them, and trying to create, consumer products as well?
Well, we have to remain as focused as possible on the business model. And what we do best is farming the grasshoppers. So we are focused on farming the grasshoppers, scaling up production, and offering the market two ingredients. One is the whole grasshopper. There is demand for the whole product as an ingredient in restaurants and in snacks. And the other one is the powder itself. Since we do see a need to develop the market, we have joint ventures with leading food producers that we help them develop new innovative food products. But we are still focused on farming the grasshoppers and providing the ingredient.
So when people first started talking about edible insects, on the conference circuits, back in 2013 or so on, there will be always someone on stage talking about this. There was a lot of conversation about, what is it going to take before this is commercially viable from a cost perspective, because, it was quite labor-intensive process. Has much changed over the years, and, how much automation is there, for example, in your process?
Well, when we looked at it, of course, labor is a big issue. That's about 2/3 of the cost of producing grasshoppers. However, we believe that before you go to automation, you have to solve all the biology.
Yeah.
We are producing the grasshoppers, but we still have a few things that we want to develop in terms of biology of the grasshoppers before we move to automation. Because if we invest in automation now and then develop something in their biology, we have to scratch what we have and redevelop the automation. So we are waiting with the automation. We still enjoy very high margins selling the products we have, so we have the time for that. And that's the way we see it. Just from the biology itself, we see the potential of doubling the production of each one of the farms we have within 12 months. If you compare the grasshopper protein to alternative protein powders, or even if you compare the cricket protein to other protein powders, it is very expensive, absolutely. But this is a product that has many other qualities, from taste and flavor to the nutritional, other nutritional ingredients in the product. So we see that there is a demand in the market for such a product at these prices. Now, if we just make a very simple analysis of the actual protein that you get from a product like a sausage, and you'll compare the price of that sausage to a sausage made of grasshopper protein, because of the high protein content, you don't need much grasshoppers in that sausage. Actually, even with the high prices right now, sausages made of grasshoppers will be cheaper. Right now we feed the grasshoppers fresh grass, wheat grass and corn grass. We recently received a grant from the chief scientist in Israel to develop alternative feed for the grasshoppers. So we are looking into alternative grass that will be cheaper and easier to grow consistent year round. And also we will start developing dry feed for the grasshoppers, which is actually the future and actually a very important part of adding automation. So far we raised $2.5 million, mainly from investors in Israel, Singapore, Holland, and the US. We are now seeking more funds to increase our production capacity.